You are watching the 5.1 lesson on a device right now because this lesson should be a review. So in 5.1, we're learning about finding the perimeter and the area of both rectangles and triangles. So this lesson will build into the rest of chapter 5, but just so we can review together before we jump into chapter 5, we're going to do this lesson digitally. So, few vocab words. We will be writing this down when we do lesson 5.1 and 5.2 together. But just so that you have some background knowledge as we go through, we'll go over it quick. So, formula, an equation that relates two or more quantities. Perimeter is the sum of all the sides. Sum is addition. So, perimeter, we add up all the sides of our shape. Area is the amount of surface that the figure covers. So, when we find area, when we think of a rectangle, base times height. When we think of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. So just to review for formulas, you can write this down. Perimeter of a rectangle. So we have length, width. So perimeter, we add all of those together. So we get 2L plus 2W. For area, we multiply those together. So area is length times width. You might also see the area of a rectangle as base times height. It doesn't matter what variables you use as long as you know it's the long side multiplied by the shorter side. Perimeter of a triangle, well, a triangle has three sides, A, B, and C. So perimeter is just A plus B plus C. We're adding up all those side lengths together. And then the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The height of our triangle is actually going to be straight down the middle. It's often confused. People want to use the side length, but our height is right down the middle. Going off of that, the definition of height is the perpendicular distance from the base to its opposite vertex. So it forms a 90-degree angle with the base. So the base is any side of the triangle that forms a 90-degree angle with the height. So here we have the base. I'm going to label that as B. And we have this perpendicular line to the base, and that's going to be our height. You can see that it forms a 90-degree angle. That's how we know that that length, that dotted line, is our height. The base and the height must intersect at 90-degree angles. Okay, some example problems. Find the area and perimeter. What is the area formula for a triangle? The area of a triangle, area equals 1/2 base times height. So now we need to plug in what we know. We're trying to find the area, so we're going to leave that as A. Area equals 1/2. Our base is right here, 171. It's multiplied. And our height is that perpendicular line. So it's 134. We know that's our base and our height because they form that 90-degree angle. Now we do our multiplication. I'm going to take 171 times 134, and I get 1/2 times 22,914. Once I multiply that by 1/2, I get area equals 11,457. When we label area, we look at our measurement. So we have inches and it's area, so it's inches squared. We're measuring those square inches. So our answer is 11,457 inches squared. For example 2, it's a rectangle. What is the area formula for a rectangle? Area equals length times width. We don't know our area, so that's going to stay as A. Our length is 9, and our width is 3. We're multiplying those together. Area equals 9 times 3, 27. Our measurement is centimeters, and since it's area, we label that as centimeters squared. Find the height of the triangle with an area of 6 inches squared. What is the formula for the area of a triangle? Area equals 1/2 base times height. In this case, we're given the area. We know that the area is 6 inches squared. Then we're going to plug in what else we know. So we have that 1/2 value. We're trying to find h, and our base is going to be the segment or the line of the triangle that runs perpendicular to the height. So our base is going to be this measurement down here, because that's where our base and our height form that 90-degree angle. So our base is 4. Now we're going to use our skills from chapter 4, and we're going to solve this to get the height by itself. So we have 6 equals 1/2 times 4 is 2, 2h. We divide both sides by 2. Make my line here. And I get h equals 3. I'm not done. I have to label. It's not 3 inches squared because we're not finding the area. We're finding the height. The measurements here are in inches. So it's 3 inches. Our next example is find the length of the rectangle shown if the area is 110 inches squared. What's the formula for area of a rectangle? Area equals length times width. So again, we're going to plug in what we know. We know the area is 110. We're finding the length, so we're leaving that as L. And it's length times width. Our width is 10. Now I'm going to rewrite this. 110 equals 10L. To undo that multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by 10. When I'm solved, I'm left with L equals 11. That's not our answer because it's asking us for the length. The length and the width are in inches, so we're going to label this as 11 inches. Always add that label. The perimeter of a triangle is 76 meters. If one side measures 34 meters and the other is 18 meters, find the length of the third side. Okay, so we need to find the perimeter of the triangle. We know that perimeter equals, what's the formula? Perimeter is A plus B plus C. So I kind of like to draw myself a picture just so I can think about this. If one side measures 34 meters and the other is 18 meters, we need to find the length of the third side. We'll label that as C. So now we're going to plug in what we know. We're trying to solve for, we know the perimeter. The perimeter is 76. We know one side length is 34. We know another side length is 18. And we're solving for C. It doesn't matter which variable you solve for. Now I'm going to combine my like terms, so I get 76 equals 52 plus C. To undo that addition, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to add negative 52 to both sides. When I solve that, those cancel. I'm left with C equals 24. Now I'm going to think about how I'm going to label it. I know the side lengths are measured in meters, so it's going to be 24 meters. Our third side length is 24 meters. All right, our last problem. Seeding. Mrs. Winston has a small bag of grass seed that will seed 750 square feet. If the area she wants to reseed is 30 feet long, how wide can the area be? What is the formula for the area of a rectangle? Area equals length times width. Again, I'm going to draw myself a picture because that helps me. So we know that the area is 750 square feet. It is 30 feet long, so 30 is going to be our L, and we're trying to solve for the width, how wide it is, so 30 times W. To undo multiplication, we're going to divide. We're going to divide both sides by 30 to get W by itself. 750 divided by 30 is 25. 25 is our width, and it's measured in feet. So our width is 25, and our length is 30.